Hello students, welcome back to this series of LaEx PURANA. So far we have discussed the major aspects of Indian society as a syllabus is in GS1. Now we are left with last two topics, one is your social empowerment, the other one is globalization. In today's session we will discuss about the social empowerment as a topic of Indian society. And when you talk about this social empowerment as a topic in Indian society, you can use this social empowerment and the understanding of the social empowerment even in GS2 because you know that there we have a study of vulnerable section. Not only the study of vulnerable section, there you also talk about the social justice. And all these are interrelated concepts. And once you are having a detailed understanding on social empowerment, automatically it becomes an imperative for you to understand the social justice as well as the vulnerable sections. Keep this in mind whenever you are making notes on the social empowerment as a topic in GS1. Let's look at the various questions that have been asked. Before that, let's look at what dimensions of social empowerment has to be included. Please understand that whenever you are making notes on social empowerment, one very important thing that you need to keep is what is the understanding of social empowerment, because here it gives you a comprehensive way to interpret what is the meaning of social empowerment. Unless and until you have a comprehensive understanding, it becomes very difficult for you to understand the topic of social justice, for you to understand the ways to handle the vulnerable sections of the society which is part of your GS2. So have this understanding. Then what are the ways? What are the ways that are present? What are the ways that are present? It might be with respect to your legal mechanisms, or it might be with respect to your institutional mechanisms, or it might be with respect to your administrative mechanisms. Those might be your policies, those might be your schemes, those might be your constitutional provisions. Those have to be taken care. Those have to be written. Right? So once you understand this, what are the ways, what are the understanding, what is the understanding of social empowerment, this is a very broad topic. Very broad topic. And when you look at the previous year questions, the previous year questions gives you a very clear direction that it is emphasizing on two important topics. One is what is called as caste, the other one is what is called as tribe. These two are the subject matters of emphasis when you talk about this particular topic. That is what is our analysis. And when you look at the caste, what are they asking? One very important thing that they are asking with respect to caste is what is the status of caste in the Indian society at moment? Is it still relevant? Is it still not relevant? Has it lost its importance? If at all it is losing its importance, what are the factors? What is the mechanism? What is the phenomena that is behind that is making the loss of the relevance with respect to caste system? So one, it is asking about status. The second one, it is asking about what are the dynamics that are present with respect to caste system. And once you understand the status, once you understand the dynamics, the third thing that you need to understand with respect to caste as a phenomena is what are the factors that are impacting this caste as a phenomena, caste as a feature of the Indian society. That is what is observation. We will see in a while. And again, tribe. When you look at the tribe, the fundamental understanding about this tribe is it is asking about the status. It is asking about the status, it is asking about the dynamism with respect to this particular section of the society. Are there any improvements or are there any issues still persisting? Why are these issues still persisting in spite of so much of mechanism that has been devised with respect to the scheduled tribes, with respect to the tribal population of Indian society? So we have to talk about what is the status, and apart from status, what are the factors or what are the factors of vulnerability that are present with respect to tribe. And also it is talking about what are the characteristic features of tribal population. The characteristic features might be with respect to the tribal diversity, because you see when you look at the tribal society, they have their own social institutions, they have their own practices of marriage, family, kinship, or they have their own political organization, they have their own economic setup, they have their own religious practices. It might be animistic, animatistic, or it might be polytheistic, it might be monotheistic, or it might be natural form of religion. So when you have so much of diversity that is existing, what happens is the salient features of the tribe as a section of the society becomes very important. That is what is UPSC asking. And apart from this, apart from the characteristic feature, in 2021 you see that it even asked about the indigenous knowledge. The asset, the repository of indigenous knowledge in the context of the present society. What is the relevance in the context of the evolving medical technology? Is this indigenous knowledge system losing their relevance? That is what is asking this particular section. You see, we'll see some of the previous year questions. You'll see that these are the trends that are present. See, tribal knowledge system 2021, right? Digital initiatives vis-a-vis the educational system. Caste, again, the multicultural society, caste, scheduled tribe, and Ambedkar's discussion with respect to this, again the aspect with respect to caste, and again with respect to the understanding of Dalit assertion movements, Dalit emancipation, Dalit capitalism. Such concepts have been discussed, such concepts are evolving, right? Again, with respect to, see, 52nd question, the movements for the assertion of Dalit identity or Dalit Panther movement. All these aspects have to be discussed, all these aspects have to be mentioned and been aware about, because these days there is a lot of the concepts on this Dalit capitalism, Dalit assertion has been evolving, which becomes very, very important and a subject matter of study and a subject matter of analysis in the context of social empowerment. Now let's have a sample question, and when we look at the sample question, has caste lost its relevance in understanding the multicultural society? Elaborate your answer with illustration. Again, it is asking about illustrations. It is asking about illustrations. Again, illustrations fundamentally means that it has to be driven with examples. Now, when you talk about this, again, simply define caste system. Simply defined caste system, it is an hereditary system. It is having an occupational attachment. It is having a attachment with respect to dietary patterns and the way the individuals indulge in the societal relationship. That is existing. And once you see the traditional relevance of caste, because for you to understand whether the castes have lost its relevance or not, first we have to see whether it was relevant or not at all in the Indian society. Yes, there was a traditional relevance with respect to caste system. That is with respect to the occupational diversity, the system of Jajmani that was existing in the Indian society, it is existing in the rural societies even today. So that makes the caste as a relevant phenomenon of Indian society. The caste endogamy, the patterns of inheritance, the settlement pattern, the ghettos that are present with respect to the scheduled caste, scheduled tribe that are seen in the rural societies, the settlement patterns. Again, then social interactions. What is the nature of the interaction that is existing between the different communities? Higher order, lower order interactions. So what is happening? The caste had certain relevance. Now, in what context that it has lost its relevance or the relevance is decreasing? That occupations have been detached from caste. Because previously you used to see that caste-based occupation, for example, even till today, the manual scavenging as an activity, as an economic activity is caste-based. It is caste-based occupation. But whereas today, you see a software employment, it has lost the relevance with respect to caste. There is no caste attachment there. Then you look at second, the intercaste marriages, increasing prevalence of intercaste marriages. Right? Then the modified settlement pattern, that is especially the apartment culture, especially the urbanization phenomena. When you have this urbanization phenomena, automatically what happens? The settlement patterns are affected, and you see that the settlement pattern which has relation with respect to caste is changing. Then caste mobility. Caste mobility, there are certain forces which are acting for caste mobility. It might be forces like westernization, modernization, education, transportation, urbanization, industrialization. All these factors are what? They are fundamentally enabling the forces to move, have a caste mobility. It might be the indigenous factors or exogenous factors. Then the modern relevance of the caste. Is still caste relevant in the modern society? Yes, you have caste-based politics. We have caste-based vote bank politics. We have caste-based associations, and a form of reservation is reinforcing the caste system. See, in this, we have to see what is the traditional relevance. Is the relevance decreasing? And then we have to see what is the modern relevance. These dimensions have to be understood. Then you conclude, will the caste system exist in the future? Yes. Most of the thinkers have realized that caste system is going to exist in future, and it will continue to exist as a salient feature of Indian society. But what we have to handle? We have to handle the divisive forces that this caste system is going to create. That has to be concluded, right? Again, once you understand a deeper aspect of the caste and the dynamics that we try to emphasize when we are writing our notes, I think this answer is very, very easy. And let's look at a practice question, right? If you want to practice, try practicing 45th question. Examining the uniqueness of tribal knowledge system when compared with the mainstream knowledge and cultural systems. Try practicing this. Try practicing and try including the elements that we discussed as part of answer writing. Thank you.